4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Cut 19. Let's go. 19 Lions. 76.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates, Buffalo 18. Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Ward to throw right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Darren Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A gain of 3, second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some long yardage plays.
And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
All right. 118. What's that?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping him for a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Dragon 60, 19 tight, 19 tight, 79 Broncos. Warriors 70.
To throw is Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this would be incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 7 Pirates.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, here's Ward. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. He's on his way. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. This is caught. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Oh, hey.
Jones is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Titans 7. Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
70 Rangers. You're not. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 Lions. Go.
Throwing now, Ward. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Ready.
Again, it's Ward. He's got Bellinger. Touchdown, Titans! Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
All right.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Back to throw, here's Stroud. That one complete, it's tanked down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's a give to Jones right left. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 7.
Stroud looking to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 7-7, our score after 1. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The Texans at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
21-yard line.
All right.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Also begun. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Stroud working out of the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
That's another Texans first
CJ,
down.
CJ, here we go. Let's go.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jalen Noel with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt, that one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Texans 14. Titans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get into a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Viking 18. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions. Dragon 60.
Throwing is Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Tony.
Now Stroud. That is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Ward. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
50, 19 tight, 19 tight.
To throw, here's Ward. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
18, Rattler, 18, Hunt, 18, 5 in. 60 Maverick, 19 Lion. Warrior, 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Ward now working out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 48. That first good for 20 and a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out and right up the middle.
49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
All right. 18.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. What's that?
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. He's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Texans 21, Titans 7. Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Here we go.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
27-yard line.
Second down and 6 now.
Buffalo 18. Jeanette. Buffalo 80. 18. Rattler. 18. 19 tight. 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
From the gun, Ward. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Come on, come on. Hey, Panther, 60 Vikings. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready?
Ward. Ward in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Let's go.
And the Titans
Not 70
first down.
Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18 Pioneers. Warriors 70.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking downfield for Pollard. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Trap 19. Trap 19. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
The final shot before break. Moore. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud off the play fake. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Hey, no more. Here we go. Why, Tony.
Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to think.
Well, they get to Stroud. Nowhere to go, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 48-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Check that. Go.
Up the middle they go. Singleton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Play fake. Here's Ward. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions.
To throw is Ward. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79, 18, 5 years. Warriors, 70.
Operating from the gun. Moore. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Stroud backed up near his goal line. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. Big strides, look at him go. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Woody Marks with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
This one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 tight, trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Throwing now, Ward. And his throw here's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll throw again, Ward. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
19 tight. Top low 18, press low 80. Ready.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Ward, 3rd and goal. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 6 yards away. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, you kept them by the end zone there. This game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go, let's go.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Stroud looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's got space past the 25. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Oh, 18. Look hot.
Stroud working out of the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got some space here. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
21 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
To throw, here's Ward. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Ward. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 54 yards. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Oh, good move. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Stroud to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Look hot.
Stroud out of the gun here. On a slant, here's Collins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. DK to return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Coming up top, 79 Broncos.
In motion, the tight end. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
70 Lions. 19 Lions.
Here's Ward. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. Hey, check no more.
Back to throw. Gets this to Bellinger. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, Scott. Cougar, nice.
He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard from 10 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Stroud. That's complete. Woody Marks. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Tennessee, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.